Okay, I didn't actually mean to hit record, but accidentally hit something on my phone and made it start recording. And you know what? Noelle even was talking about how come I don't use my camera, which I knew she was going to ask. Sorry. How come I don't use my camera? Hopefully, this doesn't fall over. How come I don't use my camera that she got me, right? And so I tell her that, oops, see, I knew it. All right, I gotta leave it alone. I told her the reason why I don't is because I have to go in because I'm lazy. I said this before. I have to go in and actually upload it to the computer and then edit it and do all that stuff, right? I just ain't got time for that, right? So that's the reason why I don't use the camera, which is not a good excuse. I should definitely use it more, and I should also use the software more, but I'm busy. Like I'm so busy, and already it's Sunday. You know what tomorrow is, so it's like, yeah, I don't use it as much as I should, and I'm so used to using the phone that that makes that the case. But anyway, that's not this video. So be sure to join the Discord down in the description box below. Someone had asked me on somewhere, what is my favorite HershNoeie video? Because they were mentioning their favorite. I've had a couple of people say that the drinking videos have been their favorite. The Buzzballs video. I mean, Buzzballs should have gave us some money, or at least some free Buzzballs, because I mean, we literally advertised those folks, and people who never even heard of Buzzballs were like, "Ooh." So yeah, we should get some money from them, or a sponsor, or something. But for a lot of people, it's the drinking video because it's just so funny, right? It's so funny. Noelle is very silly when she's had quite a bit to drink. And so that was one of those experiences, right? And often we had been to, what was it? What's it called? I can't think of it. Keys on Main. Keys on Main in Tacoma is where we typically go, and we have, we drink and stuff like that. It's just so funny. She dances and sings to every song, and then the next few days she's sore because she's not used to dancing. We used to dance all the time, but now it's like not so much. But anyhow, that's one of a lot of people's favorites is that one. For me, my favorite are videos where I'm not talking and I'm not in the video at all, right? For me, my favorite one that I just now shared the video on Discord. So if you're on our Discord, you'll be able to see my favorite video. You'll be able to see it also on Facebook because I posted it on the HershNoeie Facebook page, as well as just HershNoeie's account on Facebook. So it's the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. And the reason why it is one of my favorites is because, believe it or not, that video, there's been a few people who said, oh, I subscribed to you when I found that video. Or I wanted to visit because I saw that video. I wanted to see the bridges up close. Or they wanted to move here because of that particular video. Sorry, it's going to be blinding. Maybe, no, it's not too bad. So that video, while it doesn't have a huge amount of views, it's something that people really and truly like. I like it because, for one, it highlights a very historical point in Tacoma, and that being the Narrows Bridge, the story behind that, Galloping Gertie, which fell into the water below, and it's still there, right? It's still down there. There's stories of, the big giant octopus down there and all that. So much so that that's a part of our history. We took a tragedy and turned it into something positive. And so you have, mention of that throughout the city at different points. The latest of which happens to be from Sound Transit. They put an octopus coming out of the ground as you enter into downtown off of Pack Avenue. So that, to me, the music I like in that video, it's amazing. Seeing the bridges, even though I have the windows full of bugs, right? The windows are dirty in the car, so I apologize for that. But the the centerpiece obviously is the bridges and the trees and everything around it. I couldn't get the water as I'm going over it, obviously, because it would just, I feel like, distract from the bridge. We were actually going to, I think, Bremerton. I don't know where we were going. And so we were just heading across the Narrows Bridge and we were coming back. And so we happened to come back right before it got dark. It was starting to get dark as we were going. I was worried that we were not going to be able to make it back in time, but we literally went to where we had to go, turned around, and went back. So you got to see it. I made sure in that video that I slowed down. The video sped up and slowed down as I'm coming back, or as Noelle's driving back into, or was I driving? I don't know. One of us was driving back into Tacoma. And so I did that because I wanted people to see what it would be like if you're traveling back and forth, if you were to say live in Gig Harbor or something like that, and you're working in Tacoma. So going into that area, you're good. There's no charge. Coming back in, just as a regular car, it was $6. So you'll see that as I turn around, or actually as I'm coming back in, I hold the video there for a split second so you can see the charge. And so then there was a point where I sped it up a little bit just so that the video can actually fit in and do what it needs to do. And I try to time the video with the music as much as possible whenever I was editing it on this side. But that's probably one of my favorite videos too. Because there's some people that mention that's their favorite. That's my favorite because I'm not talking in it. You don't see us and you're able to see the city. I have a lot of people ask, like, why do we do some of the videos that we do as opposed to show the kids more or show the city more? One of the reasons why we don't show the kids is because I want them to be able to have a separate life other than YouTube. This is something I choose to do. And I don't want the kids necessarily plastered all over it. You also have to do special things as far as YouTube goes. A lot of folks who built content around kids or with their kids in it had to deal with a lot of stuff in terms of YouTube and the privacy and these different rules and regulations and things like that. So I always wanted to make sure that we kind of keep them out of it until they can decide at a later point that this is something they want to do, right? And also just for the general safety of your kids, you don't want them just always in every single video and that type of thing, right? So we're very careful with that. So that's why not with the kids. When it comes to not so much around the city is because, for one, because of the sickness, we just didn't go out a lot. For two would be Noelle. Noelle's not really into just taking video and then uploading it. 98%, 99% of the videos that are uploaded are due to me. Not 99 point something. It is me, right? It's a little simple. It's nice and soft. Feels good. So she does a few. Most of the time, live streams are going to be her. You're talking probably 80% of the time it's going to be her if it's a live stream. I'm just not a live stream type of person. So that's why. And the other, so mainly because of the sickness. For two, typically we have the kids in the car. So I know a lot of people want us to do driving videos where we drive around and talk about different neighborhoods and things like that. And so the time frame to do that is typically at the end of spring. Because that's when you're pretty much in the clear for good weather. Like right now, it's raining and cloudy. Nobody wants to see that. Yesterday it was nice. So you have those days where it's kind of hit and miss this time of year, where you can definitely get out there, you can plan something and see it through. Otherwise, you're going to go and you're planning everything, and then by the time you get to where you got to go to film, it's going to be raining. So typically what I like to do is save that up for the end of spring if I'm going to do something like that, and then avoid summer. Summer, it gets kind of hot for me, even though most people would say it's not that bad. It's kind of hot for me. I don't like to necessarily be out there, out and about. So that's why. So a lot of times you won't see those. I did do some videos up in Seattle about a year or so ago and never posted those. I don't know what happened to them or anything like that. It was built mainly around the transit system, the Link light rail system, but I don't know what happened to those, to that video within itself. So from time to time you'll see that. A lot of the times it's going to be informational videos where I'm sitting down and just kind of talking about what's going on. The man cave provides a little bit of quiet, a little bit. If the kids are allowed, you're going to hear that. But typically it allows me to be able to kind of sit down. If I have something here, I can definitely look it up and research it while I'm at it. If it's something that I'm like, oh, I don't know if that's true or not. Also, with my Ask HershNoeie, I'm right here at the computer. I can actually pull it up and see it in real time versus trying to look at it on a phone or something like that. So it just makes better sense to do it, a video kind of this type of style. Once the garden and the grill area get completed, you'll probably see videos from out there, just because that's kind of my zen area, to be honest with you. So that's the reason why we do some of the videos that we do. Someone asked, what's my favorite video? My favorite video, there's a few, but my favorite video has to be the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. I can't even get it out. That has to be my #1. But anyhow, tell me what you think. What's your favorite HershNoeie video, if you have one? You may not have one. Make sure you join the Discord down in the description box below. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment. Until next time, I will see you. Take care.